Hello, what's up, good people? Good to see you. Now, today I'm going to take you through why you should not put all your wealth under one investment. All right, take a very quick example, right? Remember what happened in 2020? Corona hit us. Assuming that you had put all your money under what we call the eateries or the bars or the wines and spirit and what have you. And you remember what happened? They were all closed down. Assuming that was the only source of your income and the source of your investment that you put all your money, what do you think would have happened? Actually, you can just go ahead and ask those people who are operating those kind of businesses. Now that tells you you're not supposed to put all your wealth under one investment. And today I'm going to share with you a very magical, wonderful, well relatable formula that you're supposed to use about saving. That is called 45 35 10 10. 45 35 10 10. All right, so stick around because I'm going to explain every bit so that at least you know what this is life. All right, and we always say that BS always happens. All right, and for you not to get yourself under the problem, then stick around and watch this video to the end. But before we do that, as always, take 1 second. It's free and it's fast. Just down there on your right, there is a button written subscribe. It is in black. Just hit that button. Then on your left, there is a button drawn like this, and that's a like. Hit those two magical buttons because I don't want you to miss any good of my future videos. Because on this channel, I always post anything related to good things and investment and money. And I bet that's a cup of your coffee. All right, so without further ado, let's get into today's business. So this is what you're supposed to do. Assuming you have your money somewhere, you want to put it in terms of wealth or rather in terms of investments. You're supposed to be always very keen not to put all your eggs under one basket. Actually, that one is still a Bible verse that is actually there that you're supposed to use it. Now, this is what you're supposed to do. Now, I always advise people, take 45% of your total investment. Now I'm taking the formula of 45, 35, 10, 10. I'm explaining now what it is. Take 45 of total investment, or rather the total wealth that you have, put it under what we call the real estate, akina the lands and what have you. Those are kind of the investment that we always say they are less volatile and they cannot just disappear like, in the blues and something of sort. All right, it's way safer putting your money under that specific thing. You can put your money under the real estate. You can put your money under what we call the buying lands. You can put yourself, or rather you can put your money in such kind of an investment, which is tangible, which is, stable and actually does not, or is not volatile as compared to other terms of investments. All right, now once you have that, now you shift to the next level about the 35%. Under the 35%, you can put your money in under what we call like index fund. You can put your money under the money market fund. You can put your money under the treasury bills. You can put your money under what we call conventional businesses. This is the money now you can set up like any business that you like to. You want to start a hardware, you want to start a beauty shop, you want to start a cosmetic, you want to start a salon, whatever that business that you'd like to start, always consider taking 35% of it and distributing that kind of a wealth out there. And remember one thing, between those two options of investing, that's the 45% where you're putting your real estate and your lands and what have you, compared to this now where you're putting your index fund into shares, into stocks, into bonds, into bills, into what we call the conventional way of investing your money, likes of the normal and common businesses that you usually see around. That is the section that's where a lot of money is being made. But there is an underlying factor, what we call the volatility. High risk are involved at that particular moment. And you know what? As much as you don't want to be like, don't want to lose your money, at the same time, you still want to make more of it. So it's always wise to put that kind of a percentage in terms of your wealth into these kind of investments. All right. And by the way, you can just go further into that 35% and distribute it differently. Like you can just decide a certain amount of money. Let's say that 5% of your money is like, like 300,000 or 500 or maybe a million or 2 or 3. Depends on your capacity. You can decide like I'll put like 100 G's into money market fund. I'll put 100 G's into, treasury bills. I'll put 100 G's into that conventional business, like let's say a butchery or something, whereby you can be going each and every day because, after all, you can't just stay at home and do nothing. All right. So anyway, and the other remaining part is about 10 10. What are these 10 magical things? All right, if you want to get what are them, if you forgot to click that like button on this video, please do so. Take 1 second, give this video a thumbs up. You know why? What's the importance of that? A lot of people comes here and we build up this beautiful and big family. And don't forget to click that subscription button as well. All right, so let's continue. So about the first 10% of what you're supposed to put aside as far as your investments are concerned, this is the money that you put aside in terms of the emergency funds. This is the money that you put aside. Maybe sometimes you may receive a call from home like you want to support your family members and what have you. We usually call it the black tax and what have you. That's the money that you'd like to be dealing with when it comes to you supporting your family, the emergency fund. Just like I said, BS happens in life. especially maybe say you're married, you got kids, and you got some other responsibilities on top of you. You got to pay your licenses, you got to pay your insurance, you got to pay your electricity and what have you. So those are the money that you put just in case. All right, that is not solely the money that you're supposed to use towards that, because that's for the other 10%. But in this 10%, focus on building that what we call a good emergency fund, and that's the cash that you can be able to use to cater for all those things that are emerging that you never expected. Those are the things that you put out there. Say there was a further outbreak somewhere. Say maybe you received a call somewhere, someone is sick. Let's say you received a call somewhere, maybe your car has just broken up out of your own plan and something of sort. No, that's the kind of the money that usually go ahead, scoop some few, settle the issue that is you have at hand, and then you progress to the next level. Now that graduates us to the last 10%. Now this 10% is the money that you're supposed to be always, or the money that is supposed to be always accessible to you. Like right now where you're sitting right now, that is the money that you can just, just go ahead to the ATM, withdraw the money, or can just withdraw it from your phone or something. That's the money that keeps you day-to-day activities. You go to eat, you go to dress, sometimes you go to vacation, sometimes you have to, put yourself somewhere, you want to get yourself some couch, you want to get yourself some TV, a phone, or what have you. All that money revolves around about paying your house rent. I mean, if you've not built or something. So that's the cash that usually access and should be always at 10% of total investment that you always have. It's the same cash that you can take and get yourself happy. Maybe you want to get yourself some vacation, maybe you want to get yourself some new thing and something of sort. So that is the specific amount of money that you're supposed to set aside, which is usually accessible. And I always tell you what, reason why I told you you're supposed to subscribe, because the next video I'm gonna upload, it's about use the formula that the banks usually use to make money. That's the video I'm gonna post the next time, or the next video. So you better stick around, make sure you subscribe so you don't get missed, because if you don't, then you will be able to know when I upload them. Once you subscribe, you'll be notified that Joseph has uploaded that video. So anyway, what I'm saying is this: it's always good to leave that small percentage of your cash whereby you can access that money immediately or easily in terms of the liquid cash. That is exactly what you're supposed to do. All right, so anyway, perhaps if I may just recap exactly what I've just said in this specific video. I've said this: don't put all your wealth under one investment. You know what? BS happens, and once the BS happens in this life, you can get yourself into a messy state. Take an example of what happened in 2022. Corona came, a lot of businesses were closed, and assuming that you had put all your money under such an investment, what do you think would have happened to you? Or what exactly do you think happened to such kind of people? So what you're supposed to do, distribute your wealth. If you never learned a lesson during the Corona era, then I think you got yourself into problems. You're supposed to distribute your wealth into different investments. For example, just like I've said, 45% of it, if you have the capacity to, then you can put that under the real estate, whereby you can build your houses to rental houses. You can build or rather you can buy yourself some pieces of land and something of sort. The other percentage, which is that 5%, put it under the index fund, the stock market, the conventional businesses, and what have you. That's how you put your money. And the last 10, the first 10, put it aside for the sake of what you call the emergency fund, the black tax. Maybe you want to support your families, you want to do this, you want to do the other. That's the kind of money that you usually build that, so that you get that cash and move to the next. Can you imagine this? Maybe let's say you're on vacation somewhere, maybe in Mombasa or Mauritius or whatever the place, all right, or Durban in South Africa, and then you receive a call for that very basic thing back at home, maybe from your family members, all right. It can't be the family that you left, not the family that you create. It's usually good when you have that cash that you can always go dish it, and or rather get it and put it out there and actually solve that issue. And the last percentage, this is the money that you usually access at any moment that you want. If you can just go to the bank, you can just get that money, put it aside, and you can actually go ahead and cater for what you call the day-to-day activities. For example, you need to eat, you need to dress, you need to go to vacations, you need to pay school fees, you need to do all those things. So always put aside 10% of it, which is easily accessible by you, for you, at all your time, at any time, because that's how life is. I mean, because that's how we do it. All right, so anyway, perhaps you don't know who I am and you've just clicked to this video as your very first time. My name is Joseph and I'm Good Joseph. You know why I'm Good Joseph? Because I post good videos out there on my channel. So what I want you to do is go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because or if this what I talk about, money and investment, is a cup of your coffee, and I bet it should be, because I mean, after all, who hates money? Honestly, who hates money? All right, so you can just subscribe to this channel, be a member of this channel, and we can proceed and go to the next level in terms of investments. And perhaps you're out there, you got your money somewhere, but you don't know exactly where you can put it in terms of investment. stick around, just relax. I got you covered. All right, you know what? I got booklets about money market fund, I got booklets about shares, I got booklets about business plans, business ideas, about circles, about what have you, all those things, and you can access them. It's quite simple and easy and affordable. It's only 220. How do you get them? Simply by getting my number from the description of this specific video just down below, because I'm gonna put it out there. All right, so you can give me a call or you can text me or WhatsApp. You get your copy, you get going. Or if you'd like me to prepare you a business plan, a business proposal, or maybe a consultation as far as the business are concerned, give me a call using the same number. So for now, it's a goodbye. By the way, don't forget as well, comment down below, tell me what you think, because I'm a believer you got something as well that I can learn from. So for now, it's a goodbye. See you the next one.